So a lot of blocking out drills today. How'd y'all approach that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got annihilated, destroyed, whatever word you want to use, on the glass. Still played a 2-point game against a really good team and had an opportunity to win, which I think anybody in any sport, when you go on the road, you want to give yourself an opportunity at the end of the game. Effort was outstanding. Anybody that watches us play talks about how hard we play. We just didn't rebound the ball at all. And when I mean at all, I mean I could take 5 of us in the media right now, and we could have defensive rebound just as good as what our team did last night.
Could you kind of diagnose what they did to limit Isaiah in the first half?
Foul trouble. I mean, I think he went out, played maybe 9 minutes the first half. So he got, he just picked up 2 fouls, and so I did a good job guarding him by sticking him on the bench. But I don't think there was anything in particular other than the fact that, Skylar Mays and Javonte Smart are 2 guards that put fouls on people on a nightly basis. So, he was guarding 2 really good players and picked up 2 fouls. And, as we do every game, for the most part, we let those guys sit with 2, and I'm glad we did because we certainly needed them in the second half.
What was your message to Reggie Chaney after the game, just to try to bounce back and not let himself get into his head after that technical?
Reggie played, he had 4 fouls in 5 minutes, and he got an opportunity to play in the game before that. And there's no question that I'm searching as a coach to try to find somebody that can spell Adrio some minutes at the 5. Who that player is, I can't tell you right now because I don't know. We'll just keep searching. And, certainly in a 2-point game, you do not want a technical foul, especially if you're only playing a limited amount of minutes. I think if Mason or Isaiah, somebody who's out there for a large portion of minutes, sometimes those type things happen. So I'm not happy about it, I can tell you that.
Was it an emotional thing for him? Just got out of control?
I mean, you can't punch a basketball. I mean, you can't do it. So I don't know how you want me to answer it. I mean, a player punched a basketball and he had 4 fouls in 5 minutes. I mean, I wish I could, how does a man walk on the moon? I don't know. But somebody did, and somebody punched a basketball. I don't know how, but he did it.
How was his response today in practice?
I'm not really worried about one player. We have a whole I'm trying to figure out who's going to play behind Adrio. That's what I'm trying to figure out, and who's going to produce and provide us something. That's what I'm trying to find. Scylla has sat there patiently. Maybe he's a guy. Maybe it's another guard. Once again, we played a basketball against a very, very athletic team, and who rebounded the best? You go back and watch. Our 5 guards rebounded the best again last night during that stretch. I don't know how it happens, but it's now happened twice, and we've only played 2 SEC games, and in both those stretches, same point, same juncture in the game, the 5 guards was our best rebounding lineup, and that's when we made a little run in the second half.
How do you kind of unlock that potential on the offensive end with that 5 guard groups? I think you mentioned against A&M they struggled a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that our 5, I didn't think we struggled last night really offensively with the 5 guards. I thought we had pretty decent, not great, but a pretty decent offensive flow all game. I thought we scored enough points, to win the game. If you look at our half-court defense before they got the rebound, if you could just cut the film, I don't know if there's many teams in the country that could guard the way that we guarded up until the rebound. Again, that's unfortunately, you can't freeze frame and stop and say, you took a shot, now we get to take the ball and go the other way. There's a rebound that's part of the game of basketball. Half-court defense was awesome.
What do you thought?
Tyree, what kind of problems he present?
A lot. I mean, he can score, he can dribble, he can pass. He's a great player. They have a great coach who puts him in great, spots to score the ball. Their team understands that he's the man. Both guards. I mean, it's as good as backcourt as there is in the conference for sure. And they're both really confident and they're experienced.
think you're going to learn a lot about your team with 2 road games in 1 week?
Yeah, I mean, when the schedule came out, this was a difficult, we felt like these 2 games and when you think anytime when you play back-to-back road games, I mean, we didn't get back till 1:30. We're leaving tomorrow. Hopefully this press thing won't last too long, and I'll be able to do a load of laundry real quick and pack and get ready for tomorrow, because it's a short turnaround. Ole Miss has an extra day of prep and an extra day with their legs to rest, which is going to flip-flop for us one time too. So I'm not using that as any factor, but we do have travel again tomorrow, and not sure if our shoot-around time will be at 6 in the morning or 4 in the morning, but hopefully we'll get a decent shoot-around time and be able to get a little bit of sleep.
LSU's physicality was an issue. Does Ole Miss present the same problems or not as much?
Nikki, it's interesting because I thought that there was definitely some physicality, but it was also reaction. I mean, they got some guys up front that they just react to loose balls. And, like if we would have put a ball 15 feet, told guys to stand behind the line and see who could go get the ball first, they probably would have won 100 out of 100 times getting the ball to loose balls. We were just a step slow getting to balls, and then they have range rebounders, so they have guys that can rebound out of their area. 3 of them, one guy in particular, and I'm sure every team's going to say go to the glass against Arkansas.
Coach, what have you thought of Jalen Harris's play the last 2 games? I think he's got 7 assists, no turnovers, playing pretty well defensively.
Yeah, Jalen's done a good job. We just we need somebody else to make some 3 balls besides Mason and Isaiah. We really do. I mean, that's we got to make on the road. I think the magic number's got to be like 12. Like 8's not going to do it because of our lack of rebounding. And so somebody's, I mean, in reality, one of our best 3-point shooters right now is Adriel Bailey. And, he doesn't take many of them. And somehow he's morphed into a threat for us. So, again, every team's got their own issues, but shockingly, we're competing at such a high level that it's these other weaknesses or areas we got to get better at. We're still hanging in there, and in reality, and there's a lot of teams that could say it, we could be undefeated too. I mean, it's amazing that because there's a lot of holes that we're still addressing and trying to figure out, but we'll see what happens Saturday.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.